welcome. Kaylee Elise here with Sacred Self Mastery. So, today I wanted to go into a fun chat. Yesterday on my Instagram, I posted a post. I did a short reel about how we become self mastered. We do this by becoming a detective and investigator of our mind. And what this means is when you get emotionally charged by something, when something triggers you, are you instantly following into that emotion, into that trigger, and being like kind of falling into that victim mentality? Or are you able to kind of see the bigger pictures of why you're being triggered and kind of ask yourself, why am I being triggered? Because our triggers and the strong emotional reactions that come up with certain things are actually indicators and they're actually blessings. Because what's actually happening is that your mind, your body, your soul is telling you that this is a part of me that I need healed. It's so beautiful when you start to see yourself like that. If you're being triggered by something, maybe someone is really successful and they are making all this money and this is triggering the fuck out of you. And you're like, this person is really bothering me. They're making lots of money. And you can just, go into victim mentality of like, why am I not making that money? Blah, blah, blah. Or they're horrible and not really even seeing the trigger of why am I not making money? Or you can go into being the detective and the investigator of your mind and being like, that is really emotionally charging me right now. Why is it emotionally charging me right now? And asking yourself these little questions like, why is it triggering me? Maybe it's because there's a part of you that knows that you could be living in that same alignment of making that same amount of money and being successful and blowing up your business, but there's something that's blocking you and not letting you get to that point. So then you can start to be that detective and be like, what's there? And for example, yesterday, this happened to me. I woke up and something triggered me and I started crying. I started getting emotional and I was just like, what is going on right now? Why am I being so triggered? And asking yourself these questions is just where you find that magic sauce ingredient that you've been missing. And this little voice popped up and said, I'm keeping you safe by keeping you small. I got chills with that. And I was just like, whoa, beautiful. And when we are investigators and when we find these parts of ourselves that we might not quote unquote like or want, the bottom line is we need to love every single part of ourselves. So this is a part of myself that is trying to keep me safe. And I can be like, I hate you. Why are you keeping me so small? And then kind of make it even a bigger thing of like, that's not me and not accepting it. Or I can be like, this is so beautiful. There's a part of me that wants to keep me safe and is trying its best to keep me safe. Thank you. And I love you. Thank you for keeping me safe. And also, I am ready to let you go because I'm ready to step into that higher version of myself. So next time you get triggered, next time something feels like super emotional for you and it just really makes you feel like the strong, overwhelming emotion, instead of letting yourself become a victim of that emotion and going into that victim mentality of why is this happening to me? Why does it seem easier for other people? And just kind of like going down that downward spiral. Become that detective of your mind, become that investigator. Ask yourself, why am I feeling so strong about this? And then thank yourself, thank you for showing me where I am ready to heal. Thank you for showing me parts of myself that I'm ready to let go of that aren't serving me anymore, that have been serving me up until this point in my life and is not serving me anymore. This is how we master the self. This is how we master our mind, by asking really powerful questions to ourselves. Why is this happening? Why am I feeling like this? And then you can get to the root. And the root is where that magic is, because when we're able to get to that root, we're able to heal ourselves and heal that core wound. You can kind of think of us as just like holistic beings, which I've talked about before. But it's so, so relevant because in our Western society, we are really brought up and taught that we just need to put a band-aid over things. Like you go to the doctor, here's a prescription, take this prescription, and this will cover the symptoms. And then you get a symptom for that, and then you have to cover it with another band-aid, and then cover it with another band-aid. And you're like, what is even happening? Am I doing anything? Or I'm just numbing myself to the actual root of what's going on, because that's kind of what we're taught in our society is numb it out. Just take this Advil, you have a headache, take the Advil, numb it out, and you're all good. Does that really do anything for you? No, it covers the symptoms so that you're blind and numb to the actual root and you never get to the root cause. We're all connected. It's all connected. And when you start to look at it that way, things just start to make a lot more sense. Like when I have headaches, I'm not like, oh, this is just a physical thing. I'm like, how is this connected to my mental well-being? What is going on in my physical environment and in my internal being right now that is causing this headache to happen? And my body's sending a signal, help, I need help right here. This is in pain. So it's trying to tell me something. Like your body is always trying to tell you something. Your mind is always trying to tell you something. And we just have to open our eyes and be able to learn how to find those little bits, that root, the little, what am I trying to say? Like the clues as to what is really going on. We just need to be able to train ourselves so that we can see it more clearly. So another thing too is in life, we're kind of asking the universe for opportunities, right? We're like, I want opportunities. I'm ready for all these opportunities to come to me. And in our mind, we kind of think of it as it needs to be a good opportunity, right? It needs to be an opportunity like somebody coming up like, I'm going to give you $10,000 for you to do this talk. And you're like, whoa, that was a fucking great opportunity. I got offered all this money. And we kind of think of opportunities like that. But we don't see opportunities, most of us don't see opportunities as like triggers as opportunities. But these triggers, the emotional charges that happen with experiences are actually opportunities to up level and grow. I love that perspective switch. It just is so beautiful because then we can start to see that the universe is giving us opportunities every single day to evolve. Have you ever gone through a situation over and over and over and you feel like you're in a cycle and you're like, why does this keep happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? Well, this is an opportunity that the universe is trying to show you this lesson and being like, okay, here's an opportunity to grow and choose something different so that you can evolve past this. But most of the time, we're so stuck in our own conditioning. We just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And we're like, why am I not getting a different result? The definition of insanity. We do the same thing over and over and over and expect different results. That is the literal definition of insanity. So most of us are just insane. We are literally trained in this life to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. But what needs to happen is we need to do things differently in order to have different results, in order to get to where we want to go. Because what has gotten us up to this point is not the same things that are going to be required to get us over there to our desired reality, to our dream reality. So paying attention to the opportunities where you can grow, where you're being triggered, where you're feeling emotionally charged, instead of falling back into that victim mentality, look at it as an opportunity. Thank you, universe, for showing me where I am ready to heal. Thank you, universe, for showing me what I am ready to let go of and what I can work on right now to reach that next level that I'm striving for. You just need to train yourself to see the bigger picture. You need to train yourself to see things differently than you have been seeing them before. And look at things in life as opportunities, blessings, miracles, even if it seems quote unquote bad. Because we are so addicted to like good and bad. Like this is good, this is bad, when really there is no good and bad. They're all experiences, they're all lessons, they're all opportunities, every single one of them. And what we need to do as we're becoming a self-master in this life is to become neutral, to learn how to create neutrality around everything. Because I even do I've talked about this before, but I am a spiral practitioner, and this is a modality where we create neutrality around things. We create neutrality, and I like to check, okay, so for example, like if you want to feel worthy, right? I check in like, I'm okay with feeling worthy, and I'm okay with not feeling worthy. And it's strong both for me, but for most of my clients, it breaks on both. Because if you have a charge on either side, oh, Juno just joined us. If you have a charge on either side, that is a charge, and you're blocking yourself from that. The goal is to create neutrality. To just feel like, cool, if I have it, that's amazing. But I'm already whole and full just as I am right now. That's just extra. I'm cool if I don't have it. I'm cool if I do have it. That's the secret to manifesting. And it's really hard for us humans because we have such a strong attachment. That's a whole nother talk. And so cute that Juno joined us. That's Juno, my husky. She never usually comes in here, so she must be liking what we're talking about today. All right, I don't want to go on too much longer, but that is the whole point of this talk, is just to become a detective of your mind, to start asking yourself these powerful, potent questions every day when things trigger you, when you feel emotional, when things feel hard, when things feel overwhelming. Ask yourself powerful questions and see what comes up, and let yourself just listen to what comes up and trust what comes up. Because a lot of times things come up and we're like, it can't be that. You need to start to learn to trust yourself. And this is all the journey of self-mastery. And once you become a master of the self, you can manifest whatever you want. You can transmute any emotions into energy that serves you. You can do whatever you want, because the only limitations that we have in this life are the ones that we put on ourselves. So if you're able to master yourself, then you can do whatever you please in this lifetime. And that's what we're all striving for. Well, at least that's what I'm striving for. And I'm sure if you're here, I'm sure you're striving for the same thing as well. Beautiful, powerful. I do have one spot open up for Spiral, which is my most powerful one-on-one program I have to date. This is the most powerful modality that I've used up to this point. It is amazing for creating neutrality, letting go of past trauma, past experiences, beliefs, and like stupid things that get passed down from our parents that we can't even control. Getting rid of anything and everything that does not serve you, that basically you've been conditioned and molded into. So what we do in Spiral is we create neutrality. We let go of these experiences that are being held in the body, mind, and soul, so that you can come to this space of neutrality and feel good. Just feel good and not be carrying around all this low frequency and vibration energy within you. Because again, like I always say, like attracts like. We magnetize the same frequency that we are in our life. So imagine if you have all this shame within you. Your parents passed you down the shame. You've been feeling shame your whole life. Shame and guilt are the lowest frequency emotions. It's in the scale of consciousness. If you want to look that up, the lowest frequency emotions are guilt and shame. So imagine if you're carrying that around your entire life. You were attracting same frequency experiences as you were holding in your energy field. So if you're carrying the shame, this guilt, you are going to attract the same frequency experiences. Imagine what happens when you're able to let all that go and see how you just start to liberate yourself and fly free from everything that's been holding you down for so long. Powerful stuff, you guys. Powerful stuff. The information about that is below. Follow me on my Instagram if you haven't started already, sacred_self mastery. If you want to find me on there, say hello, DMs. I spend a lot of time on Instagram and here, so that's best ways to ask questions or leave comments below. If you like this talk, like and subscribe, share it with your friends. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. And I will be back soon, probably next week, with some other juicy topic, maybe some tapping. I don't know. Let's have fun. If you haven't yet already, check out my videos. I have amazing resources and tools and practices that are amazing for the subconscious mind to help you become that investigator and help you trust yourself more and step more into your truth and your soul's desires. Sending so much love. I will see you all soon. Bye. Happy detective working.